Hey guys, welcome back to Never Tasted Better. So guys, I want to introduce you to the perfect fall cookie. If you guys never made these soft pumpkin cookies before, you are missing out. These cookies remind me of a whoopie pie. If you guys are a fan of whoopie pies, the soft cakey texture and the frosting, this is exactly pretty much what that is, only it's an open-faced whoopie pie. So delicious. That pumpkin flavor just shines through, and it has the right amount of spices in there, and that maple cream cheese frosting is seriously amazing. Before we get started, let me take a bite just for you.
Add 2½ cups all-purpose flour, 1 teaspoon baking soda, 1 teaspoon baking powder, 1 teaspoon nutmeg, 1½ teaspoons ground cinnamon, 1/4 teaspoon ginger, and we're going to mix that together using your whisk. Mixing is one of the most important parts of baking. Make sure you take the time to distribute the leavening agents all throughout the flour. Let's add 1 stick unsalted butter, partially softened, to a large mixing bowl. Our sugars, we have 3/4 cup white sugar, 1/2 cup light brown sugar, add those in. We're going to cream them together until they're light and fluffy. We have 1 cup 100% pure pumpkin puree, add that in. And our vanilla, 2 teaspoons pure vanilla extract, 1 large egg at room temperature, and we're mixing. Make sure that it's all combined and scrape down the bowl. It's time to combine our dry into our wet, and I like to do this part using a spatula. Fold your flour in. Don't overmix your batter. It's going to be a very thick, heavy batter. That's okay, that's normal. We're going to let this chill in the fridge for up to 3 hours, so that way it can hold its structure as it bakes. For our frosting, add 4 ounces partially softened cream cheese, 4 tablespoons partially softened butter. Mix them together until they're silky smooth. Make sure you sift in 1 3/4 cup powdered sugar. I like to sift in my powdered sugar so there's no extra lumps in my frosting. Using a hand mixer, start out on a low speed until it starts to come together. Add 1/4 teaspoon salt, 2 teaspoons of maple syrup, and we're going to cream it together. The maple syrup really makes this frosting so unique and delicious. Henry, of course, really loved the frosting. After your cookie dough has chilled for 3 hours, using a cookie scoop, scoop out about a tablespoon of dough and roll it between your hands. Place it on parchment paper. Press it down on top. It's going to be a very sticky dough and a messy process, but it's okay. To me, it's worth it. I loved these cookies. Try to keep each ball of dough about the same size and give them about 2 inches of space in between each one. Repeat using the rest of your dough. These guys are going to bake in the oven at 350 degrees for 8 to 10 minutes. And once they are done baking, let them cool off completely. Go ahead and scoop each one over to a cool surface, and you're going to let them cool off again just until they're room temperature. You don't want them warm at all when you put the frosting on, or else the frosting will just melt and it'll be a big mess. And once your cookies are at room temperature, put a dollop of frosting on each one. Using a spoon, swirl it around. You can let your kids help with this part. My kids were a little too intent on eating all of the frosting, so I had to kind of take over. I wanted to make sure each cookie had frosting on it. This cookie is such an indulgence. I love the cakey, soft texture. It just goes great with that pumpkin flavor. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please give me a like and subscribe. And bye for now.